Welcome to the Nerd Party.
Hello, I'm Charlene Schmidt.
I'm Patrick Schmidt.
We just watched Meditations on the Abyss, episode 14 of season 5 of Babylon 5. Time to babble for 5.
For the length of Babble for 5,
Yes.
one of the most disturbing things has been the relationship between Delenn and Lennier. Boy, did they go to another level this time. That just moved that relationship to the top of the WTF charts for Babylon 5.
This has escalated very quickly.
First of all, clubbing with Lennier does not look like a good time.
Fending off wannabe rapists and lying to your husband about where you're going.
Yeah, second, Minbari never lie. That whole
Wait.
Minbari never lie, except...
To save another. Yes, that's where I was going. Who is she saving here except her own ass? Now aside from everything you just mentioned, here's my big beef, is I kind of wonder if Delenn is using Lennier.
Won't you do this thing for me?
Should I caress your bone?
Yeah.
Now I really wonder though, is Delenn aware of how much she is maybe taking advantage of this situation?
Delenn's playing this but that, right? We need to
Yeah.
be discreet, but let's get in a bar fight first. Let's separate, but do this one thing for me. We're not lovers. You know, she's really trying to play both sides against the middle, and I'm tired of it. I mean, we've all got our blind spots, but how can this continue to be her blind spot over and over and over again? At a point, you begin to think, is it willful? Does she just not want to see it?
That's a very good point. That's possible. Let's talk about White Star Maria,
Yes, Maria.
as designated by Captain Montoya. He is awesome. If I were a ranger in training, I would want him to teach me. He's good. And also, this is a nice little glimpse into ranger training, again, another facet of it.
Sure.
Very cool, and one thing I loved about Captain Montoya is just how easily he reads the room. He's very dignified in how he treats his trainees, sent him into a very interesting position of asking recruits, hey, what are you really doing here? When he needs to be doing that himself, and Lennier pointed that out too, and I really wish Lennier would practice what he preaches.
Just watch. Lennier in about 6 months will be running a recruit station in a mall in some suburban place in Minbar.
Tuzanor Mall. Maybe that's better than him potentially betraying the Anla Shock, which apparently has disturbed him somewhat. Borden did get into his head.
Maybe he'll see much more clearly how he's been manipulated and just take it out on everyone with a sword at the grocery store.
Great segue into another thing we've got to talk about in this whole thing. Oh my gosh, Londo and Fear in this episode are the best freaking thing. Oh, we haven't had moments between these two in a while.
Yes.
And it's so refreshing and good. All the while, Veer got promoted.
Yeah.
Today he is a man, as Zach said. Very well orchestrated scene where he marches down, grabs the sword, and hurrah! That was good stuff. And speaking of that dinner at the very end of the episode, one noticeable absent place setting there, because Garibaldi is skipping out to be drinking. As much as I want to kind of like laugh and enjoy the kind of comic thing of Garibaldi singing and ordering a pizza while drunk, I can't because this is hardcore addiction and it's sad.
Yeah, it's not funny at all. It really isn't.
If Londo were reciting these lines,
Sure.
it would be funny because it's a very different path than what Garibaldi's going through here. Once Garibaldi starts, he can't stop.
What's going to save Garibaldi, though, is the love of a good woman.
You think?
Where is Lise?
Another running theme of season 5.
That's up there on my WTF list as well. It's not number 1, but it's still up there.
I don't think your list is getting longer necessarily. It's just getting more intense.
Yeah, it's getting shorter but more passionate.
Let's quickly mention Jakar getting a new eye.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, it looks good too. And I loved his little sermon.
They like listening to him talk, but they also want definitive, simple answers.
That's one of the problems, is people want the simple answer. They don't want to have to go through what Jakar went through to gain the wisdom
Well, it's just so much easier to get the quick answer.
Yeah, it's so much easier and faster and more digestible. It's like going to McMarie's.
Right? You might get food. It doesn't mean it's good food and it's not really great for your body, but you get something to sustain you till the next time.
Right.
People want the easy part. They want the answer, not necessarily the work that it took to get there.
The problem is it doesn't matter how much he lectures or how much he writes. People who seek the simple answers aren't going to be happy with the complicated ones.
Well, with that, what do you say we call Fresh Air Restaurant, see if they can get us a pizza? While we go do that, why don't you leave a comment in our section here and let us know what you thought of this episode, what we had to say about it, and, all the other cool things that we do in the comments section. I love the conversations that we have. Reminder, as always, just please don't spoil what happens down the road here. Still got some room to go for the first timer here.
Hello. Also, like this video, subscribe to the Nerd Party, do all the YouTube things we know you know how to do.
Yeah, gotta say it anyway.
And we will see you next week.
That's right, everybody. Till then.
Bye.